Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're discussing a case that took place in Atascocita, Texas, in May 2025. This case highlights the deadly escalation of domestic violence and the devastating impact it has on families. A 39-year-old mother of 10 had just returned home from a night out with friends. She had recently separated from an abusive partner, trying to build a safer life for herself and her family. But as she pulled into her driveway that night, danger was waiting on the other side. This is the story of Colencia Davidson. Colencia Davidson was a 39-year-old mother of 10 children. She worked as a corrections sergeant for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Those who knew Colencia described her as a devoted mother who put her children first. She was trying to build a better life for her family, which included making the very difficult decision to leave an abusive relationship. Colencia had been involved with Thomas Saunier, a man who shared several children with her. But the relationship had turned toxic, and Colencia had made the brave decision to separate from him. What she didn't know was that this decision would put her life in danger. Early May 2025. Now, the exact date isn't confirmed in reports, but that night would have been just like any other in Atascocita, Texas. Colencia had spent the evening out with friends, enjoying a rare moment of freedom and relaxation. Around 11:20 p.m., she returned to her house on Upper Lake Drive, near FM 1960 and West Lake Houston Parkway. But as Colencia pulled into her driveway that night, Thomas Saunier was waiting for her. He had hidden himself in the garage, lying low and waiting for his time to strike. What happened next was swift and brutal. As Colencia stepped out of her vehicle, Saunier emerged from the garage where he had been hiding. Without warning, without mercy, he opened fire. Colencia was shot 12 times. 12 times. She fell in her own front yard, steps away from the home where her children were waiting for her. The aftermath of Colencia's murder sent shockwaves through the community. Neighbors who had heard the gunshots called 911, and first responders arrived to find a scene of devastating violence. Colencia Davidson was pronounced dead at the scene. The mother of 10, the corrections sergeant, the woman who had tried to build a safer life for her family, was gone. Thomas Saunier had fled the scene, but he wouldn't stay hidden for long. The investigation into Colencia's murder began immediately, and detectives quickly focused on the one person who had the motive and opportunity to commit this heinous act. The Harris County Sheriff's Office worked fast to apprehend Saunier. He was arrested on May 6, 2025, and charged with murder in connection with Colencia's death. When questioned by investigators, he denied having any direct involvement in the shooting. He tried to distance himself from the crime to paint himself as innocent, but the evidence told a different story. The investigation revealed the calculated nature of the attack. This wasn't a crime of passion or a random act of violence. Saunier had planned this ambush, hiding in Colencia's garage and waiting for her to come home. Saunier was held at the Harris County Jail with a $1 million bond. The bond set, but of course, no amount of money, no jail time, no legal consequences could bring back Colencia to her children and family. Colencia's case is tragically familiar. Statistics show that the most dangerous time for a victim of domestic violence is when they try to leave their abuser. The period of separation is when many domestic violence homicides can occur. Colencia had recognized the abuse, made the difficult decision to leave, and was trying to create a better situation for herself and her children. But Thomas Saunier couldn't accept her decision to leave. As of now, Saunier awaits trial for Colencia's murder. The legal process will determine his fate, but nothing can undo the damage he's already caused. Colencia's family and friends remember her as a devoted mother, a dedicated professional, and a woman who tried to do the right thing, even when it was difficult. My thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of Colencia Davidson, especially her 10 children who must now navigate life without their mother. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, help is available. Call the National Domestic Violence Hotline 24/7 at 1-800-799-SAFE. You can also find their number in the description box below. As we close out this episode, don't forget to click the follow button to stay updated on Colencia's case and others like it. Be sure to subscribe to Hunting for Answers on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more true crime updates. And if you are watching us on YouTube, let us know your thoughts on this case in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.